Hello everyone, I am Zain, your instructor today representing 591 Lab. Today we are basically going to discuss about AWS Cloud Practitioner certification course. So I am here today to let you know how we train our students for AWS certification course. So prior to going to the details, I would like you to unlock your IT potential with 591 Lab, the premier destination for Cisco, Hawaii, Aruba, Juniper, Palo Alto, Fortinet, and AWS training and certification. Join the ranks of industry leaders by choosing 591 Lab for your IT education, where success is not just a possibility but a guarantee. At 591 Lab, we are not just instructors, we are career catalysts, helping you soar in the world of IT with top-notch certifications. Experience hands-on, cutting-edge training that prepares you for real-world challenges only at 591 Lab. Invest in your future with 591 Lab's industry-recognized certifications and pave the way for a rewarding IT career. Don't just dream about a bright IT future. Make it a reality at 591 Lab, where excellence meets opportunity. Although physically located in four key regions, our global impact extends far beyond making us a worldwide presence. So let's focus to our agenda for today. So today we are going to discuss about the AWS Cloud Certification course. So in terms of the AWS platform, you have various kind of certification that you can go forward with. So let me first introduce with the foundational course that is known as Cloud Practitioner, and then there are other courses, the associate ones, which contains Solution Architect Associate, which is a very popular and highly demanded course. The other one is a sysops administrator. This is basically for those who have sysadmin background, and the AWS Developer Associate course is more suitable for those students who have a programming background, and that would be more suitable for those kinds of IT experts or people who are interested to uh, take their career in AWS Cloud. So recently, AWS has uh, come up with a new associate certification named as Data Engineer Associate. So it's in beta form right now. So after you take some of the courses in associate level, then I would recommend you to go for the professional ones. So those who have the sysadmin associate certificate, then I would recommend them to go for solution architect professional. For those who have AWS developer associate course, I would recommend them to go for the DevOps engineering professional course. Uh, it's not the end, but those people who have expertise in infrastructure, then they can go for the specialty course, and AWS advanced networking specialty would be a perfect fit for them. So if you see out here, there are 6 specialty courses. Those who are more interested towards security, they can go for security, AWS security specialty course, which is one of the highly demanded course as well. So apart from there, that if you are interested in AI, then you can go for the machine learning course. So depending upon the expertise that you want to pursue, you can choose the respective courses like data analytics. Those who want to seek their career forward in databases, then you can go for AWS database specialty course. So similarly, we have a SAP on AWS specialty course as well. So I have tried to give you the general certificates that AWS is offering currently. So today our focus would be on Cloud Practitioner exam. It's a foundational course. So here I'll be discussing some of the questions that you might get in your certification exam. So with regard to Cloud Practitioner exam, we are going to cover some of the services that will be discussed while moving through some of the questions. So the basic services that we are going to talk about are databases, debugging tools like the IDE, Integrated Digital Environment, the CI/CD tools, continuous integration, continuous delivery tools that are used in AWS platform are basically a code commit, similar to Git and code build for building the code. And we'll also discuss Amazon Comprehend, Amazon Lex, Amazon Transcribe, and Amazon TextTrack. We'll further discuss about availability zones, regions, wavelength, and outpost. Now, forthcoming presentation. So let me start with the first questions out here. So today, the first question would more or less pivot around the database. So let me go through the questions. Which AWS service supports an in-memory data structure store compatible with Redis that delivers sub-millisecond latency for use cases such as data model, caching session store, and real-time analytics? And then you are provided with four types of databases. So in order to crack these kind of questions, what I would recommend you is to find the keywords in the question. So if you go here, then you will see sub-millisecond latency, in-memory data structure store, caching session store. So you need to map the database which have that feature with those keywords given in the question. So for this, I have presented with a table so that we can make a quick comparison. Here are not only the comparative table, I have also tried to put the AWS drawing tools or the icons for respective services, so that it will help you in future if you go for further certification like associate and professional course, and if you are going to involve yourself in design, then you need to know these AWS icons for various services. So for that reason, I'm just trying to familiarize you at the moment for whatever the service that we are going to discuss in this current session. So here, let's try to understand each type of database. So Amazon DynamoDB, in terms of data model, it's quite flexible and it's schemaless kind of database. In terms of caching and session store, it's not typically used for caching. However, there is a service called DynamoDB Accelerator that's used for caching. So in terms of real-time data analytics, it's used for real-time data storage. With regard to latency, it's a low latency data storage database. So it's basically a NoSQL database. Let's move forward with Amazon RDS. So it's a relational structured database. It's not primarily used for caching. The data storage is not in real time, varies by DB engine like SQL and PostgreSQL. So if you move forward with Amazon Memory DB, then it is basically a key value store, data store, and has various types. It's ideal for caching and session storage. It's a real-time data storage and retrieval database service. It's an ultra-low latency caching mechanism that's being supported by Amazon Memory DB. The last service that we are discussing out here is Amazon Redshift. It's a columnar database optimized for analytics. It's not typically used for caching, and it's designed for analytics and not real time. So from here, what you can conclude is that the one that has in-memory data structure and the latency is sub-millisecond. So if you compare out here, then you will see that it's ideal for caching and session storage, and it has ultra-low latency caching. So from this, what you can conclude is the correct answer is Amazon Memory DB. Now let's move forward with the second question. So the second question out here is basically discussing about the integrated development environment. So which AWS service provides a cloud-based integrated development environment IDE that lets you write, run, and debug your code with just a browser without needing to install any software or configure servers. So here, if you see this word code, and if you see the answers, in A you will see code out here, in D you will see code out here. So you might be tempted to choose one of the answers from A or D. So, but be very careful that you need to know each and every services in order to answer the questions correctly. So let me just try to highlight. So AWS code commit is similar to Git, that's used in the code pipeline tool. Similarly, AWS code build is also used in the code pipeline tool in order to build the code. And the other service, that's Amazon Workspace, is basically a virtual desktop from AWS. And then AWS Cloud 9 is a cloud-based integrated development tool, which basically lets you write, run, and debug your code. So that's what the question is demanding. So it wants to have a IDE that will let you write, run, and debug your code. So the correct answer should focus around AWS Cloud 9. And for this also, I have tried to tabulate each and every item and try to discuss those AWS services on the basis of definition, write code, run code, debug code capability. So these capabilities are basically provided by Amazon Cloud 9. So on the basis of this, we can conclude that AWS Cloud 9 is the correct answer for the service that would give us the IDE platform in the browser to write, run, and debug the code. So let's proceed further with the third question. So the third question is, a company is looking to develop a chatbot for conversational purpose and that has the capability to dynamically interact with the customer via a natural language interface. Which AWS service is recommended to fulfill this requirement? Amazon Transcribe, Amazon Textract, Amazon Comprehend, Amazon Lex. So in order to answer this, you need to have the general concept of each of the services. So in this case also, I have also tabulated each and every services with some of the features and definition. So Amazon Transcribe, it basically converts speech to text. Amazon Textract, it extracts text from docs. Amazon Comprehend, it analyzes text for insights. And Amazon Lex, it's used for building chatbot. So in terms of industry use case, the first one, Amazon Transcribe, is used for healthcare, media, and legal. Amazon Textract is used for optical character recognition, element detection. Amazon Comprehend is used for social media, market research. Amazon Lex is used for e-commerce and hospitality. But if you look at the questions and try to figure out, the keyword would be to develop a chatbot for conversation purpose. And going through this chart, what you can determine that the service that's used for building chatbot would be Amazon Lex. So from this, what we can conclude is Amazon Lex is the correct choice for this question. Now let's move to the other question. So that's question number 4. A company runs workload on AWS to provide real-time gaming and augmented virtual reality platforms to users. The company wants to ensure that the users can run apps with single-digit millisecond latencies on their mobile devices. Which AWS solution can the company use for deployment to meet these requirements? Availability zones, geographic regions, AWS wavelength, and AWS outpost. So here also I have tried to give a thorough explanation of each of these options provided in a tabular format. So variety zones are distinct locations within an AWS region. Geographic regions are completely isolated geographic areas separated by hundreds of miles. AWS wavelength, they deploy AWS services to the edge of 5G networks. AWS outpost, they bring infrastructure and services into your on-premises data center. So if you look at the questions, the keywords would be like provide real-time gaming and augmented virtual reality. And the other would be the users can run app with single-digit millisecond latencies on their mobile devices. So if you talk about mobile devices, then if you see here in the definition, the one that talks about these mobile devices would be 5G networks. And these networks are high-speed networks. So saying that single-digit millisecond latencies. So 5G networks are very high in speed. They have ultra-low latency access to 5G devices. Basically, mobile device is one of it. So they have ultra-low latency, that's sub-millisecond response time. So looking at this, what you can conclude is that AWS Wavelength is a device that would help you to provide real-time gaming and augmented virtual reality platforms to users, and it will also help users to run app with single-digit millisecond latencies on their mobile devices. So this is how we discuss the various questions. So we conclude that the correct answer is AWS Wavelength for this question. So this is the pattern how we tackle with the questions to crack the AWS certification exam. I believe that you got the gist how we handle questions to really help you success in your exam. Thank you all for attending today's class at 591 Lab. We hope you found the material informative and helpful. So at this moment, what I would recommend is please keep on practicing. Practicing is key to success. Apart from that, I would highly recommend you to do hands-on lab. So with practice and hands-on lab, it's for sure that you will excel in your certification exam. So if you have any questions or concern, please don't hesitate to contact us. We appreciate your participation and look forward to seeing you in our future classes. Have a great day. Thank you. Thank you very much.